those 2 jurors were released prior to the day's proceedings, and 2 alternate jurors have stepped up in their place. Today, the Army Corps of Engineers surveyed all 4 miles of beach on the island. And as you can see just right behind me, we got another blast of sand coming in. We can just see the sand just moving along. Police say these alleged bandits used a window punch that looks similar to this flat-headed screwdriver. And when they busted the window, they went ahead and reached in and grabbed what they could. During the Civil War, Confederate troops could have been firing from gun emplacements where that house now stands, out into the Stono River right behind me. Mourning in India continues after its worst train disaster in decades, and you can see the aftermath right here on this screen. But some homeowners say that the developer hasn't honored the original deal. The program itself will be moving buildings from here in Gavans to the district's Community Learning Center here in Somerville. Skid loaders could be seen going up and down as Pawleys Islanders rebuild after Hurricane Ian. One man says he's spending thousands to put back the dunes that washed into the bottom floor of his home.
The high tide used to come under the house, so there was no beach at all. And since they did that, it's been great. They did a great job, but we just want to keep as much of the erosion down as possible.
Today, the Army Corps of Engineers surveyed all 4 miles of beach on the island. This assessment could qualify the town for FEMA money that could help build back the dunes lost to Ian's wrath.
We really think the beach renourishment project helped save properties. They may have been destroyed in the storm if it weren't for the beach renourishment. So that alone is worth participating in it.
For several hours, crews could be seen going up and down the beach using equipment to map a 3D point cloud of the current beach. It's the first time they've been out here since Ian's landfall. They will then compare the data over the next few weeks with historical data from before the storm to gauge how much sand was lost.
I'm going to be in touch with them on a very regular basis here to make sure we set ourselves out to secure any funding that we are eligible for.
While the dunes were a casualty in the battle with Ian's storm surge, homeowners say they're optimistic the beach can soon return to normal.
They did a great job a few years ago in getting this beach nicely renourished, and we're hoping they'll put it back to where it was before Ian came in.
In Pawleys Island, Rey Llerena, Live 5 News. June 18th, 2007. A day that forever changed the Charleston Fire Department. It's a day that 9 firefighters were killed trying to put out a fire that started near the loading dock of the former Sofa Superstore. The situation escalating within a half hour, according to those on the job.
Because the fire started to grow faster than we had seen before, and then before we knew it, we had people calling for help and calling maydays, and it was just a very quick, chaotic process.
There are 9 markers spread out like these 2 that show where each firefighter's body was found following that fateful day. Soon, the area surrounding these markers could soon look a bit different. City Council will soon consider a $320,000 project to add more pathways, landscaping, benches, and a donor patio to the existing memorial.
We reviewed many concepts. We heard from the families. We changed our drawings. We adjusted concepts. And what we have coming forward is the culmination of a lot of work.
Griffin says the fire led to several changes in the department, such as bigger supply lines and changing how they fight fires.
We were good people with good intentions, and we operated a certain way, and then on this day we learned that there was better, more progressive ways to do that.
The city says they're confident the improvements will be done in time for this year's anniversary.
If you have come to Charleston in the last 16 years, we know this city has grown, and it's very great to see so many people moving here, but I would ask that you come and you learn what happened at this site, because if you're now a resident of the city of Charleston, this is part of your history, it's part of your lineage.
In Charleston, Rey Llerena, Live 5 News. 11 churches in the Lowcountry will be leaving the United Methodist Church at the end of the month. A key issue is the potential future of allowing LGBTQ plus clergy and same-sex marriage to be performed. Currently, that's not allowed, but might possibly change.
We will not recognize that because we feel like that is not biblically correct. Does that mean we don't want them to come to our church? We don't love them? That's not true.
Pastor Brian Pigford of Cokesbury United Methodist Church says his congregation is staying with the denomination. He says the battle over the religion's book of discipline, essentially their constitution, has been ongoing for over 50 years, and as there's debate about the Bible scripture.
God's instruction is in that text, but we also recognize that there was human hands involved with it, and so that in that humanness in it, there is room for interpretation.
Aldersgate's congregation members say they stand by the church's decision to step away.
So I know that we're going to stay the same, and we're the church of a warm heart. We love everybody. Everybody's welcome to come to our church. We support and service anybody who walks through those doors.
As the identity of the Methodist Church begins to change, Pigford says while it's saddening, he believes it presents an opportunity for religious growth.
Now that this decision is behind us, we can live fully into our United Methodist identity, and we can sit and discern how we can best serve our community